Welcome to Wisdom Trek with Gramps. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, and we are on day 2392 of our trek. The purpose of Wisdom Trek is to create a legacy of wisdom, to seek out discernment and insights, and to boldly grow where few have chosen to grow before. In today's Wisdom Nugget, I'll guide you through the vast landscapes of biblical wisdom. Today we are continuing our journey through the book Ecclesiastes, and we'll be examining Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verses 15 through 20 from the New Living Translation. In these verses, Solomon provides us deep insights into the consequences of foolishness and the importance of wisdom in leadership, work, and speech. Let's embark on this trek together and uncover Solomon's timeless wisdom. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verses 15 through 20. Fools are so exhausted by a little work that they can't even find their way home. What sorrow for the land ruled by a servant, the land whose leaders feast in the morning. Happy is the land whose king is a noble leader and whose leaders feast at the proper time to gain strength for their work and not get drunk. Laziness leads to a sagging roof. Idleness leads to a leaky house. A party gives laughter, wine gives happiness, and money gives everything. Never make light of the king, even in your thoughts, and don't make fun of the powerful, even in your bedroom, for a little bird might deliver a message and tell them what you said. Solomon begins this section with a poignant observation about the nature of foolishness. Fools are so exhausted by a little work that they can't even find their way home. This verse paints a vivid picture of ineffectiveness and incompetence of foolish people. They are overwhelmed by even the smallest task, to the point that they become disoriented and incapable of completing simple actions like finding their way home. This highlights the futility and the lack of productivity that characterizes foolishness. It serves as a reminder that wisdom involves not just knowing what to do, but having the capability and determination to see the task through to completion. The wise person approaches work with diligence and perseverance, ensuring that their efforts yield results rather than leaving them lost and exhausted. In verses 16 and 17, Solomon contrasts the impact of wise and foolish leadership on a nation. What sorrows for the land ruled by a servant, the land whose leaders feast in the morning. Happy is the land whose king is a noble leader and whose leaders feast at the proper time to gain strength for their work, not to get drunk. A nation suffers under leaders who behave foolishly, indulging in feasting and revelry at inappropriate times. Morning feasting, in this context, implies the lack of discipline and the neglect of responsibilities. Such behavior from leaders leads to sorrow and instability for the land that they govern. This could be interpreted as leaders prioritizing their own pleasures over their duties, leading to ineffective governance and poor outcomes for the people. Conversely, Solomon praises the land whose king is a noble leader and whose leaders feast at the proper time to gain strength for their work. This signifies a disciplined and responsible approach to leadership. These leaders know when to celebrate and when to focus on their responsibility, ensuring that their governance is effective and their people are well taken care of. This balance leads to a happy and prosperous nation. This contrast underscores the importance of wise and disciplined leadership. Leaders who prioritize their responsibilities and approach their duties with wisdom and integrity bring stability and prosperity to their people. On the other hand, foolish and self-indulgent leaders bring sorrow and instability. In verse 18, Solomon addresses the consequences of laziness. Laziness leads to a sagging roof. Idleness leads to a leaking house. This verse provides a metaphor for the neglect that results from laziness. Just as a sagging roof or a leaking house are signs of neglect and lack of maintenance, so too does laziness, which leads to deterioration of one's responsibilities and circumstances. The principle applies to various aspects of our life, including personal, professional, and spiritual responsibilities. Neglecting duties due to laziness results in deterioration and eventual failure. Maintaining a house requires regular upkeep, just as maintaining a fulfilling and productive life requires diligence and effort. Wisdom involves recognizing the importance of a consistent effort and avoiding the pitfalls of idleness. Verse 19 offers a nuanced perspective on the role of joy and wealth. A party gives laughter, wine gives happiness, and money gives everything. Solomon acknowledges the value of enjoyment and the practical benefits of wealth. Laughter and happiness from celebrations and wine bring joy to life, and money provides the means to secure the needs and desires. However, it's essential to understand This verse is within a broader context of Ecclesiastes, where Solomon frequently emphasizes the limitations and fleeting nature of material wealth and pleasure. While parties, wine, and money have their place and can contribute to a fulfilling life, they should not be the ultimate goal. Wisdom lies in balancing enjoyment and responsibility, recognizing while these things bring temporary joy, they are not the source of true and lasting fulfillment. And finally, in verse 20, Solomon cautions about the power of words and the importance of discretion. Never make light of the king, even in your thoughts, and don't make fun of the powerful, even in your bedroom, for a little bird might deliver your message and tell them what you said. This verse emphasizes the need for careful and respectful speech, even in private thoughts and settings. This advice is particularly relevant for today's world, where social media and digital communication can quickly spread the information. Disparaging or disrespectful comments, even those made in private, can easily become public and lead to serious consequences. Wisdom involves recognizing the power of words and exercising discretion and respect in all forms of communication. This caution also extends to how we think and speak about those in position of authority. Even when we may disagree or criticize leaders, wisdom calls for a respectful and measured discourse. Understanding the potential impact of our words help us to navigate relationships and situations more wisely and effectively. As we reflect on Solomon's words of Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verses 15 through 20, several key takeaways emerge. The first one is productivity versus foolishness. Foolishness leads to inefficiency and lack of productivity. Wisdom involves diligence and perseverance, ensuring that our efforts yield meaningful results. Second is impact of leadership. Wise and disciplined leadership brings stability and prosperity, while foolish and self-indulgent leadership leads to sorrow and instability. Responsible leaders prioritize their duties over personal pleasure. Third, consequences of laziness. Laziness results in neglect and deterioration. Consistent effort and diligence are necessary to maintain and fulfill our responsibilities. Fourth, the balance of joy and wealth. While parties, wine, and money bring joy and practical benefits, they should not be our ultimate goal. Wisdom lies in balancing enjoyment with responsibility. And fifth, the power of words. Our words have significant power, and discretion and respect in communication are crucial. This includes being mindful of our private thoughts and comments about those in authority. How can we apply these lessons to our daily lives? Start by approaching your work and responsibilities with diligence and perseverance. Avoid the pitfalls of laziness and ensure that you see tasks through to completion, maintaining a high standard of productivity and care. If you are in a leadership role, prioritize your duties and approach your responsibilities with wisdom and integrity. Balance moments of celebration and rest with strong commitment to your work and the well-being of those that you lead. This disciplined approach will bring stability and prosperity to your sphere of influence. Be mindful of the imbalance between joy and responsibility in your life. Enjoy the moments of laughter and happiness, but don't let them distract you from your greater purpose and responsibilities. Recognize the temporary nature of material wealth and seek deeper, lasting fulfillment through wisdom and meaningful endeavors. Exercise discretion with respect in all forms of communication. Understand the power of your words and the potential consequences of careless speech. Whether in private or in public, strive to speak with thoughtfulness and respect, especially regarding those in a position of authority. As we continue with our trek through life, let's carry these insights with us. Strive to be diligent and productive, leading to wisdom and integrity. Balance joy with responsibility and speak with discretion and respect. By doing so, we align ourselves with Solomon's timeless wisdom and navigate life's complexities with grace and purpose. Join me next time as we delve deeper into the wisdom of Ecclesiastes. Until then, keep seeking God's wisdom, cherish each moment, and continue to make a positive impact on your world around you. And if you found this podcast insightful, please subscribe and leave us a review. Then encourage your friends and family to join us and come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, and most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and create a great day every day. See you next time for more Daily Wisdom.